in terms of, I don't know, this isn't I'm making something that's not something. I was initially going to talk about something else and it just didn't feel right. So I decided to tell you this story instead. I got invited on a 30-day trip to Europe with my best friend. Before you think that sounds real bougie, which, I mean, it really does, I want to tell you a little bit about who I was at 12. I was the daughter of a single mom who was working full-time. My mom was at times on welfare, struggling to pay rent some months. But to be offered to go on a trip to Europe, I remember how much it cost too. It was $3,000. My mom, I mean, at that point in time, that must have been like $10,000 to my mom. Somehow she found a way, the way that a lot of single moms do, to make their coins expand for their kids and to give their kids opportunities that they never had. My mom up to that point had not been to Europe herself. And I went for 30 days. It was the longest plane ride I had ever been on. I had seen snow for the very first time because I grew up in Hawaii. And so being on a snow peak in Austria and playing in snow and seeing castles and rolling hills and vineyards, it changed what I thought was possible in life. I knew even at that age that I was doing something akin to walking on the moon, that I was leaving this tiny island and I was exploring a new land. I knew even from that young age that I was so lucky. What I didn't know is how much that would open my eyes to the hunger for things beyond my scope. I think that really awoke in me this idea of like, what else is out there? Don't tell me I have this tiny island and that's it, because I know that there's more beyond there. And also I know that there are ways to get there, even when it seems like it's not possible. And I think that the hard work of my mom, who was a single mom, helped open my eyes to this is everything that we have in our pockets, but somehow there are ways to even stretch that. And it taught me a lot about hoping for things, about adventure. It taught me a lot about actually seeing things with your own eyes. Like, I remember seeing Big Ben in person when I was there, and then later on through the years in school, seeing that in a textbook and knowing like, I've been there, like I actually stood there. It just woke up something in me. And the reason why I'm telling you this story is because I think that some of us live on a tiny island our whole lives. And maybe you're not physically on an island like Hawaii where you're limited, but you've put yourself mentally on an island where you believe that these are the limits of your life and that to go beyond that is just not really possible for whatever reason, because you can't financially, or you don't know how. I think many of us live like that, very small, very trapped, very limited. In my life, where I have made these leaps, like leaving my career, leaving the tenure track of a career, selling everything that I owned, all my belongings, my house accumulated, and starting over with a suitcase, moving to another country and not knowing the language and landing in a place and making a life and making a community and learning a language. There are possibilities that exist all around your life, and all you have to do is wake up to those possibilities and decide which of those you want to try. Because it's not like those possibilities don't exist, have these mental blinders on that go like, that must be really cool to do, but that's not for me because I don't know how to get there, or that just doesn't seem for me, kind of like counting ourselves out. If you made it this far, my name is Samantha. I talk to women in midlife about their aliveness project, and that's the thing that they love to do, the thing that pushes them outside their comfort zone, and the thing that wakes them up to possibilities in life. That's what we talk about here on this channel, and I hope that you watch some more videos and that you join us here, where we really are building a community of women who can honestly say, this life has gotten better and better and better for me every year. So I have these pants on that make a lot of noise. Can you hear it? I will try not to make too much noise. With them on, I will sit still.